natural, very organic. I was a very active theatre student back in college. Even in school, I did a lot of theatre, and I wanted to go to NSD actually. But I never got the opportunity to give the exam or even apply for it because I don't belong to a family where there are people involved in the performing arts. We are a very academic-centered family of doctors, lawyers, businessmen. So I am probably the first generation of actors in this family. So it was never a career option, but I was so passionate about it from the very beginning. I felt like the kind of satisfaction that I got on stage, at that time the stage he tha, it was comparable to no other. That feeling I couldn't get anywhere else. So law was also in a sense of studying cases and all. So, it's about studying people's lives, studying characters. So if you could say it was an extension of my keen interest to become an actor that I started studying law. And I did become a lawyer, and I did start going to high court. And I don't know, yeah, sometimes just life takes you through such a turn that you're not prepared for it. And I somehow got into modeling, then anchoring, and then a couple of television commercials. And then all of a sudden, a casting director called me. He's like, Pan Nalin is a very big film director, and he's casting for his new film, and he needs new actors. And I went and I met Mr. Nalin, and it was such an interesting conversation. It was meant to be a 5-minute meeting, went on to be an hour, talking about random things. What do you read? What are your friends like? So it was really interesting. Yeah, I faced quite a bit of challenges. I still face them, but I think that now my family is just they understand that this is not just something I do on the side maybe, and I'm pretty serious about it, and I'm very passionate about it. Challenges as when I started on modeling were not so much because I'm tall and decent looking. So, work was always there. But as an actor, yes, it took a little while. So, like I said, that once they knew that I'm pretty serious about it, and then they were supportive, and then they started seeing my work, and they're like, "Acha, okay, it's not as shallow as we thought it was. So you're doing some great work." And when, I started traveling all over the world with my films, and then they realized, oh, it's this also. ऐसा भी होता है. It's not just like in Bollywood, कि आप गाना गा रहे हो, नाच रहे हो. It was not like that. So then they realized that, and I tend to do, my mind is mostly very meaningful cinema and art cinema. So that's how I am also. So I think they made their peace with it. Every woman, every mother goes through it, especially when Angry Indian Goddess is released. My daughter is already 5 months. So, leaving 5 months, no, not like 7 months. So leaving her and then traveling all over. So the depression just went on even more because I was always worried that I'm leaving her back home. But then, then I made a conscious choice also to take less projects and not take long-standing projects because I wanted to concentrate on her. Now she's old enough. So now, she also understands. She comes with me on set also sometimes, and I don't make her travel with me. That's like a policy I have. But yeah, that was a tough time. But I had very supportive people around me. My family was very supportive, so I got through it. I think it's not a prejudice. It's not a film industry prejudice as much as it is a society prejudice that especially mothers who are working and have something of their own. I think it'll still take time for our Indian society to find it acceptable, especially in the entertainment industry. We're not there yet, for sure. Because of this past year, work was fairly less. So I spent a lot of time at home. And I've realized that being with family was meditation of sorts. Because of my work, I was not able to spend a lot of time with them. But in the pandemic, I did. And I felt like certain relationships really bloomed. That's what I felt. And I just think that, yeah. Otherwise, also, I try and meditate. I listen to my religious chants every day. It's part of my programming of the day. So subconsciously, I just keep on listening to it. So I think subconsciously also it calms me down. And I think that what I've learned during the pandemic is one thing that always take your time reacting to a situation, because that situation is not going to be the same, but your reaction is going to be forever. So you better take your own sweet time and react to it. So I think that policy really helped me stay calm.